Welcome to Affiliate Voices. My name is Greg Hoffman, and there is my partner, Daniel M. Clark. How are you today, Daniel?
I'm great.
I didn't introduce you on the last one, so I wanted to make sure that I did it this time.
Yeah. Good job.
All right, so today we are talking to Maryellen Garasky from Janecom. Did I say your last name right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, good. All right, well, hello, Maryellen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, so tell us who you are and what do you do?
I am Maryellen Garasky. I am the affiliate manager at Janecom. And a little bit more about me. I'm married to my college sweetie. We'll be celebrating our 22nd wedding anniversary this July. And we have an 11-year-old, soon to be 12-year-old daughter.
Good
and
luck.
I'm a dog person.
13 is the rough year, so good luck with that.
Thank you. So far, it's been pretty wicked cool. She makes parenting pretty darn easy.
Well, that's good.
Fortunate, not gonna lie.
All right. So when did you start in the affiliate industry?
I started in 2009, quite by accident, actually. My husband and I ran a business together, and I did all of our marketing, including traditional offline and online. I started a blog. And then when the economy collapsed in 2008, everything I was writing about was icky and sad and depressing. And I went to him and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I'm depressed all the time. There's no good in this world. What do I do? And he's like, well, you need to change your focus. Take some time. So I live in this beautiful resort town called Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Tourism is very popular here. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to write a blog about my beautiful resort town. So I started a blog, hyper niche, hyper local, and wrote about all the things to do with kids and free events and where to eat and where to stay when you come to visit. And I would use affiliate links through that content. Lots of hotel and travel affiliate links. And I really had no clue what I was doing, but that's how I got started.
I've gotten in trouble pronouncing the name of that town. So what is it again?
Coeur d'Alene.
Delane. I think I've said Deline in the past, and people have wanted to slap me.
I can see some people.
It may have been you. I'm not sure.
No, probably not, but it's Coeur d'Alene.
Okay, Coeur d'Alene.
It's right. French for heart of the all.
And you have lots of snow there.
I've got a list of all the reasons people want to slap you. I didn't realize that had to be on it. So I'm going to add that to the list.
Mispronounced Coeur d'Alene.
Okay. Very good.
All right. So I know there's one other thing that bugs you, Maryellen. And that is your name. So we're going to put it up on the screen so everybody knows what her name is, her first name. But what is it that bugs you?
I don't know why it bugs me. It just does. But my first name is Maryellen. All one word, no space, no capital on the E. And it bothers me it bothers me to a less extent when people just say Mary. But when they email me and I email back and then they separate the words, Maryellen, 2 words, or with a capital E, or they don't even acknowledge it. And it just kind of irritates me. What is that? How to win over friends and influence people. Rule number 3 is their name is the sweetest sounding word that they will ever hear. So know it. And it irritates me. It's just under my skin. I actually, my inner circle, my family calls me ME. And so I readily answer to ME, and it doesn't bother me even if strangers on the street who probably wouldn't know my name anyway, but if they were to call me ME, I would react better to that than just Mary. So.
Got it. And you've got one more story that I love to hear, and that is the airport story.
Yes. Okay. So I've got a company branded backpack. It just says Jane on it. And at every industry event, people call me Jane. I've gotten used to it. I just answer to it. They think Jane is a small company, and they think it's founded and run by one woman, and at industry events they think I'm her. And so Jane is very popular, and I just answer to it. So I was in the Boston Logan Airport, and I was sitting, it was very early in the morning. I was flying to DC, and I didn't know that you had to take out your keyboard in your backpack along with your laptop now. So I just left it in, not realizing that I needed to take it out. And I was sitting on the other side of security, having gone through and been inspected. And my backpack had to go through a second time because they had to remove my keyboard. And they're calling Jane over and over and over again. And I'm sitting there going, oh, I wonder who this Jane is and why she's not answering. And I'm like, oh, it's probably me. So I went up and I was like, yes. And they're like, is this your backpack? I'm like, yeah. So they're like, it has to go through security again. You didn't remove your keyboard. I'm like, oh, sorry. But yeah, that was me. Yeah. And coincidentally, a week later, I got stranded in the Chicago O'Hare Airport overnight. And they put us up in the terminal on cots, didn't dim the lights, didn't turn down the speakers. We were just stuck there because it was the same weekend as the Chicago Marathon. And 1 hour before we landed, a 400 or 500 passenger plane to Shanghai got canceled. And so they had all of those passengers find hotels. All the Chicago Marathon participants found hotels. So all of those who just got stuck in the airport. And my bunkmate right next to me, literally, her name was Jane. Small world. So she was very nice, but she snored a lot.
It sounds like you travel a lot.
I do. I enjoy it.
You go to a lot of industry events? Affiliate
Yes.
Summit and things like that?
I was at Affiliate Summit this past January, Affiliate Summit West. The next event I will be going to is Think Tank in Chicago. And then I'm passing on Affiliate Summit East. It always happens the same weekend as my anniversary, and my daughter's a swimmer. So we have a championship meet for her that weekend, so I never make it out to East. But then I'll be going to Type A Parent in September in Chicago as well.
Cool.
And in between their trips back to our corporate office.
So you've been in the industry for almost 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been to a number of industry events.
Mm-hmm.
So the question I will ask, and I asked Wade this, and I'm going to ask every guest this, kind of my question.
Uh-huh.
What kind of change would you like to see in the industry, given your experience?
I was prepared for this question because I watched your meeting with Wade.
There you go.
Yes. I think it is happening, but I think it needs to happen on a larger scale. But that the affiliate channel needs to be taken mainstream. Mm-hmm. I think the channel is often neglected because of its nature. It requires a person with a very diverse set of skills. So for example, I say this to my team, you have to be equal people person and equal data nerd. And you have to be able to switch the hats instantaneously. And because if you think of the affiliate channel, we have an outsourced sales staff who is under absolutely no contractual obligation to promote us. And my job as the affiliate manager is to convince them that it is their best interest and my best interest for them to do so, on the hopes that they'll make a commission check. And they know as well as I do that hope means that they might make a check and they might not. So you have to be a people person. On the same time, you have to give them the best odds of success. So you have to look at the data and be open to the story that the data is trying to tell you. Who his customer is, what they look at when they're on your site, what they buy when they're on your site. so that you give them the best opportunity so that they can promote the right things, the things that their audience cares about, and not simply, we have a lot of content, or a lot of social influencers, I should say, don't promote just those things that you personally want to buy, because that might not be what your audience wants to buy. And sometimes that takes quite a bit of convincing. Well, they come to me because they like me. Well, of course they like you, but that doesn't mean that they're going to buy the same kinds of things that you want to buy. So you have to give them the best odds of success, and I think the numbers tell you that. So I think, to get back to your original question, it takes a very unique kind of person to do an affiliate program and do it really, really well. Because of that, usually those two characteristics don't reside in the same person. Usually they're either data or they're very people-oriented, and you have to be both. So I think that. One more thing is self-regulation. Transparency and disclosure, I think, are hugely important. We need to be fair to our customers. We need to be fair to our partners, in letting them know about material connections. Everything is coming down the pipe right now about the FTC and disclosing relationships. And I think it's a reasonable expectation on the FTC's behalf that these customers know you might be influenced because you're earning a commission. That being said, however, everything I've read, not everything, but most of what I've read, and my gut tells me that if people are coming to you and reading the things that you have to say and following you in your social, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, they appreciate you and they trust you. So giving them an opportunity to support you seems obvious to me. Hey, I trust what she has to say. This says it will support her. I'm going to click on it, and if I buy something, she gets something out of it. Mm-hmm. Those two things.
Right on.
Yay.
Cool. And that kind of leads into my next question, which would be, if you could give one tip for making money with affiliate marketing, what would it be?
Stay true to your voice.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of focus on the audience, and people try to change their voice and their sound based on what they think their audience wants to hear.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that might sound counter to what I just said, as far as just let people know. But I think if you are true to your voice and true to the message, true to your niche, that they will come. It's kind of, if you build it, they will come kind of thing. And I think that an authentic voice built around great content is the best way to sustain this long term. So.
Love it. So talk to us about, Jane, any type of promotions, anything you want to talk about with the company or the program.
Okay. Well, Jane is unique in that we are a true marketplace. Did I say Janine?
Janine, yes.
Janine.
Janine.com.
Jane is unique in that we're a true marketplace. We don't manufacture, warehouse, ship any of our own product. We have usually very small boutique sellers come to us. They list their items for sale on our website for 72 hours at a time, unless it's furniture, and then it goes for a full 7 days. And we introduce them to our customer. And we have one thing that I think is spectacular about us, and why I'm so on board, is we have what we call a seller development team. And these, the ladies and gentlemen on that team develop our sellers in the same way that Angie and I develop our affiliate partners. And our sellers are small, usually family-owned companies. And so they don't have a lot of experience with marketing, whether it's online or traditional offline. They don't have a lot of experience on how to brand. All they know how to do is make this widget or make this gadget thingamabob, and they want to sell it. They have a vision, and working from home or a small warehouse that they have is going to help fulfill their dreams and the lifestyle that they want. So they partner with us and our seller development team to help them develop and build their business, not just on Jane, but outside of Jane as well, to help them succeed so that they can sustain their business long term. I come from a long line of small business owners. My father and mother owned their own business. My husband and I owned our own business. And I'm a firm believer in the small business. And so that's why I think that Jane is right up my alley. So deals, 72 hours a time, up to 65% off retail. Occasionally we'll go higher than that. But I can in good conscience say it's consistently. Our number one performing category is women's fashion and accessories, particularly what a lot of people don't realize is maternity and shoes. So really well on our website. Kids and babies are very good as well. We also have men's, pets, fun finds, and home. And but women's fashion is our number one, and accessories are number 1 and 2 sellers. So,
all right, sounds good. So we're at our time.
Yes.
Tell everyone how they can reach you.
Okay. If you want to reach me, you can reach me at maryellen@jane.com. If you want to reach my team and have a better chance of someone getting back to you right away, it's affiliates@jane.com. Or you can also go to apply to our program. If you go to jane.com/affiliates, you'll see a link there to sign up for our program on ShareSale.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
You've been watching Affiliate Voices with Greg Hoffman and Daniel Clark. If you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, please hit subscribe and watch more of our videos.